One more thing is the wind direction. Very important to the possibility of getting a fish.
Wind direction can be very, very important, and so can the swell direction as well.
So you said the southeast is better than northwest.
It depends, really. The formula is water clarity, okay? Water clarity is very, very important. How clear the water becomes in a northeast swell, you probably should fish it in a southerly, okay? So if you see and the water looks too clear, okay, you should try and find a place where the water's not quite so clear. Okay. In my logbook, I document clarity, water clarity, 80% with some sediment in the water, 60% with rain runoff, okay? Kelp in the water, which is making the water dirty. It's very important that you document this, okay? So if you don't document fishing, start, right? Yeah. So water clarity is very, very important. So when the water's too clear, fish in the shadow. If there's no shadow, look for dirtier water, okay? Drummer like dirtier water. They don't like to be seen because they're silver or they flash, okay? They're very timid fish, and they live in caves. You understand caves?
So while you're fishing the kingfish, you're probably looking for the clear waters.
Preferably clear water, yes, because the actual kingfish like clear, warm blue water, preferably, yes, because that's where you get your tuna species. Yep. Your mackerel tuna, your bonito, your frigate mackerel, your yellowtail, and your squid, your pike. Okay, and that's where the actual kingfish are looking in that good quality water. But you do get kingfish in dirty water as well.
Yep.
Okay. Now freshwater floats. Freshwater's lighter. Saltwater's heavier. So on top it might be very dirty, and underneath it's clear. Okay. The kingfish are here, where the dirty water is and the clear water, and they're swimming around and they're looking around for bait fish. Okay, the bait fish have got somewhere to escape into the dirty water if they can get away from the king, right? Because the kingfish is a fantastic predator.
Yeah.
Okay. Today is very, very clear.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're fishing at the wrong time of the day. I think we're all aware of that, aren't we? Right.
Yeah.
So we may have a fish later on, but are we going to catch something? I'm not really sure, okay? I can't promise you that. Normally, I can promise my customers that we're going to catch something. Today, it's a little bit clear. It's the wrong time of the day.
What's the time spent, a high tide or a low tide?
For drummer, preferably run up tide to the high. Yes. There is some spots you can fish at low tide.
So this afternoon about 3 o'clock would be the peak time.
It is around 3 o'clock, yes. 2:30, 3 o'clock, yes. Yes.
We have to leave. Is it good for fishing?
Unfortunately. Sorry?
Is it good for fishing on the top tide or
on the top of the tide, up until dark, it should be pretty good.
Someone said you should always have current when you're fishing. Is that what you say?
Current does help. Yes, current does help. Because by having current, the smell can get to the fish.
Okay.
And the burley smell goes to your spreads. It spreads. Okay. So, well, look at this territory. Imagine that all this was underwater. Okay. And you got drummer. See that little cave over there? Just say that was 6 foot of water over that ledge. Some drummer and some groper live under that ledge here. We're burling up, but the current has got to go from left to right. Okay. To be able to bring those fish out of the cave. Okay. And the drummer come out of the cave like this. I see them sometimes. I come out of the cave and then back into the cave, back up and back in again, back up and back in again. They don't like coming. They're very shy fish. Okay, that's why when you hook them, they go back into the cave too. I'll keep moving now. Okay.
Are we going? Okay.
Bring them back down. So let's all go down now.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kilos of prawns. Okay, we've got plenty of bait. Now, if I come here today and catch some snapper, if we catch snapper here today and the seas get rough, you don't go to this spot here. You go, okay, plan A is out of the question. No matter what, don't risk your life. Plan A is out of the question. Now I'll go to plan B. And plan B is just over there. You can stand safely on those rocks. So the swell could be 2 metres plus here, or 1.5 metres or whatever, it's just a little bit too rough, you go to plan B, and you can catch fish at plan B. You know, some spots just get too rough to fish anyway. It's too rough for the fish. So even though you're trying to fish in these places that you caught fish in calmer seas the week before or a month before, the fish aren't there anyway because it's too rough for the fish. Go to plan B. If plan B is too rough, go to plan C, which is right in the beach corner. If plan C is too rough, go for a harbour fish. Okay? There's always somewhere you can fish. Take a spare rod. Okay, if you have to travel a long way, you've got your rock fishing equipment, preferably 2-piece, okay? And then you've got your estuary equipment or your lagoon equipment. And you can use that equipment. If it's too rough to fish the rocks and the beach, you can go into the estuary. So, not all hope's lost. You've got somewhere to go, all right? And somewhere where you can successfully catch fish. Don't contemplate it. Don't entertain the thought that it may be okay. Just don't take the risk and go to plan B or plan C right in the corner, or D is right in the estuary. Okay, there's always somewhere to go. And if you can't fish in plan D, it's too rough, or it's too horrible to fish. Right, just go home. It's time to go. Right, and go to the fish market.
The other thing we were talking about, that the dry rocks that are high are usually the safer ones. You can look out here now and see everything that's brown and green is very, very slippery. So again, while I'm up here, I'm okay with normal shoes. I want to go out and go fishing, but it's different. We really need to take care around, again, even the people that go down and feel the weed and feel how slippery it is. See, all the rocks here are covered with barnacles. Every single one of those little barnacles is like a little razor blade as well. So it's not only just get knocked off your feet by the waves, you get washed all the way back. And you've got to go over all these barnacles, and this is where most of the injuries happen. You fall back into a crack like this, you hurt your head. So again, you've always got to be thinking when you're out there that, you know, I've crossed all this is all slippery, I've crossed all these barnacles. What happens if I get out there and it's rough? I'm going to get bowled all the way back. And that's when most of the injuries happen. And the wave, as it goes backward, 9 times out of 10, will take you back down the rock as well. So you need to think, even though today's calm, you will walk out over all this, the weed. Really need to think about the environment and what we're actually looking at. Bend down and touch these little barnacles down here. You know, you fall on them and they'll rip you open. Anything that's green, brown, is down and wet is slippery. So you always need to think ahead. Just because you're standing up here and it's nice and dry, take one step down there, it's a different environment altogether. Yeah, they are razor sharp. They're the ones that slice you open. And you can see, all the rocks out there are covered with them. Everywhere you look, it's just, you know, metres and metres of those little razor sharp barnacles. It's just a barnacle. Just, Alex, what's their correct name? The little...
They're actually barnacles.
Just a barnacle, yeah.
Apparently they got the largest teeth of any creatures as well.
So again, that's what we need to be careful.
Anyone need to know that?
As we walk further down, we'll see just big potholes in the rocks down there as well. So just, Alex, just taking for a walk down there.
Yes.
And again, the people who haven't got the correct shoes, just stay with me over here. The guys who have all got the rock shoes, feel free to follow.